Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Spin Rack. This is Mars here, and today we're doing another Love It or Skip It comic book review. Today we're going to be talking about Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, Book 2, The Great Hunt. Yeah, this is, if anybody knows, Robert Jordan has a humongous series of books, and The Great Hunt, I believe this is like the second book in the series. And basically, it is pretty important because it basically helps to set a lot of the things that will come up in the future. But here, it is being done by Diamond Comics, who they do quite a few licensing deals, Thundercats and Vampirella and stuff like that. And here they are doing Wheel of Time. So right off the bat, we're doing issues 1 and 2. As usual, there will be spoilers. I'll try not to go too much in depth, but hey, I'm trying to let you know what's going on. Now, just off the bat, I just want you to know I like the Wheel of Time. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a fantastic series. I suggest anybody who likes fantasy go to Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time on Amazon because, fact of the matter is he started before George Martin, who everybody loves. But Robert Jordan has a solid story. It is extremely lengthy at points, but the character development is fantastic. So hey, let's not waste any more time. Again, issue number 1, The Great Hunt, basically follows. Well, before I go in there, the writer is Rick Hoskin, and the artist is Marcio Abreu. And I gotta say, I like it pretty much. The story it's flowing pretty well, and Marcio Abreu is pretty good. So let's go from there. The initial story starts. The first issue, number 1, starts off with someone named Lord Bors, who attends a party of dark friends. And while they're there, we see some interesting trolls that come out. One looks like a ram, half man, half ram type of thing. Another one is like a half bird, half man type of Trollocs. And the Trollocs, of course, are the enemy of men. They're twisted creatures that were created by the evil ones in this series, and they're basically the main fighters, or one of the main fighters against the forces of good. As we go in there, we see a Midril who's like one of their leaders. He's eyeless, he's a monster. Um, he basically is, one step above the Trollocs. He's an evil creation, but he is higher level. The key thing this Trolloc comes and tells this whole gathering of Dark Friends is they bring someone by the name of Baal al-Zaman. I'm not going to say that name again because I couldn't get it the first time, but Baal al-Zaman, he comes in and basically tells, it's like the evil one from the grave, the great evil, um, and he's basically telling these dark friends what they need to do. And what he's doing, he's going into their minds and literally talking to them individually. So we're not even sure what he told everybody in the gathering, but Lord Burrs is who we're talking about here. He basically shows them that he basically wants 3 of the main protagonists in the story. These guys are Tavern. These guys, that means they move the wheel. And in terms of moving the wheel, means that they can affect what happens. They themselves have to affect what happens around them. So we have a guy named the Dragon Reborn, which is Rand Piranayaba, who's the blacksmith, and he has powers. I don't want to go into that as of yet. And of course, Matt Coffin, who is, I guess, in modern day lines, if you don't know about the story, he's more like the lovable rogue. But they all come into being, and basically he wants them followed, and I guess, of course, to either be turned or to be killed. This creature, Bowsum, is very powerful. He's able to sense when someone is not following or listening to what he's doing. So another thing too, everybody in this particular party, they've come in disguise, so we don't really know who they truly are. It's very interesting what happened here. Not a lot of action, but it's that he's going. We see the depths of what's going on with these guys here in terms of the the power that they wield. The bad guy, of course, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that, and that he's telling them. But probably the biggest thing that we have to see right now is that at the very end of the issue 1, the person, Lord Boris, leaves, and what does he do? He puts on a white cloak outfit. Basically, those are one of the main antagonists of in the series, and they're supposed to be against all magic and stuff. But here it is. He's putting on the white cloak, and boom. And this is going to be important later on for those of you who know. I don't really want to go into the story as of yet, but you'll see as time goes on. So issue number 2 shows up, and guess what happens? The White Cloaks are giving their marching orders to go to a particular town right away. You know, and of course we all know this is behind the great evil one is behind that. So the captain is told he needs to go, no questions asked, just go meet. someone along the way, and he'll tell you what to do. Not typical what's normally done, but this is what the captain is being told. Either you do it or you don't, or you can have serious repercussions. Great, good story. The way the lighting, the coloring, it looks very good. And then, of course, the next part of this issue, we see basically a training battle between Lan. Lan is a former prince of a dying kingdom, border kingdom that fought the evil guys. And then we have Rand, who is the Dragon Reborn, or he hasn't exactly come into his full power yet, and training yet. But he's training with the sword. He's training with wood sticks so that he'll know how to wield a sword. The sword that they're talking about basically is the Heron Blade sword. It's considered one of the most powerful. It's usually gifted to just the masters, basically. And in this here, we're talking about how it was made. These Heron swords. These swords that have the emblem of a heron, a bird, if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Sorry about that, guys. Was created by the Aes Sedai. Those are I guess the easiest thing to call them is the witches in the story. And they use it during those Great Wars. And these swords are practically unbreakable. And when the war was won, they basically said that they will never create any swords like this. So they're extremely, extremely, extremely rare. And here it is. We have that Rand had it. I believe that it was given to him by his father, well, it's a whole other issue there. We're not even going to go into it, but he received it, and there it is. While he's training with Rand, Rand realizes that, oh, and one more thing, Lan is a warder. Basically, he is a warder to Moiraine. Means he's bonded to one of the Aes Sedai. Moiraine is an Aes Sedai, and I'm sorry I'm giving you all this background just in case you don't know. It's a really fascinating story, and I think I'm trying to impart upon you that you really should look at it. There's a lot of different elements, and I think one of the best things to do is to go into the comics and take a look, because you'll find the story will pick up as time goes on. I think this is just book 2, and I think Dynamite did the first one before, and they did a pretty good job there too. So while Rand is training with Lan, he hears this whole thing, this whole caravan coming into the town. And of course, he realized, oh my goodness, you know what? The Aes Sedai coming. He doesn't want to be locked in by these guys, so he tries to take off. But unfortunately, when he tries to leave the city, boom, what happens? They basically said, no one's allowed to leave, because they knew that's exactly what he's going to do. So they want to basically have him talk to the head of the Aes Sedai. So there it is. Hey, what do I think? I think these two are very good starting off the comics. I think Dynamite may have another hit on his shoulders. I suggest you go and check it out, especially for those of you who are interested in delving into the world of the Wheel of Time and just have not had the chance. Again, it's on Amazon Prime. Great show. If you enjoyed George Martin's show, you should like this. It's not as hardcore in certain elements, but I think it does a pretty good job. The first season was a little slow, but the second season picked up. Spinnerack, out.